So I've done this experiment before, and it didn't really go super well, and it was also with the exact same team, but that is not my fault. The Buccaneers are just kind of juiced in the game, as they have tons and tons of really talented players, and it's looking real weird, because we have made the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers team normal development trade players. We are going to sim with this team, see what their stats are like, and then go to the all X Factor team, which I also change all of their abilities to be one of the best, ability combinations in the game, and it would be very hard to play against, let me tell you, and we'll see if it changes anything in simulation for statistics. This was maybe I don't know, half an hour to an hour worth of work, which isn't crazy, but when you think about the payoff, which could be literally oh, it doesn't work, it's kind of painful. So maybe leave a like if you guys like seeing these kind of experiments. Maybe subscribe, perhaps. Maybe I actually start turning these into YouTube shorts rather than full videos. We'll kind of see what happens. But I definitely want to do traits matter next. Kind of want to do individual players, does a 99 overall fullback matter that much? And, different positions like that, perhaps. Are 2 99 overall safeties better than 2 defensive tackles? I don't know, something like that. But of course, out the gate, the normal development trade team did go 8-9. That's probably just coincidence. Of course, we didn't change any of the ratings other than some awareness stuff to get them to 85 for the superstar team to get their second ability slot, which obviously we had a match here because it would be pretty stupid if we didn't have the same exact ratings. But obviously, you can see, even at normal dev, the ratings are absolutely king here, as Leonard Fournette was pretty decent, Tom Brady was great, obviously the receivers were insane, the blocking was pretty good, but maybe with those X-Factor abilities, maybe with the in-general abilities overall, that it's still a boost. I'm not sure, we'll find out in a second. Ryan Suckup, meh. Karmata, those are pretty good numbers. Once again, the overalls are a bit high for the special teamers because we raised their awareness to 99, which literally made both of them 90 overall or so. Tom Brady, 4th in the league at MVP. As far as NFC best player goes, Mike Evans at 4. Where's Brady? Godwin at 8. Hello? Do you guys mind? Rookies we don't really care about. Quarterback number 2. Wide receiver, running back not on the list, but wide receivers number 2, 6, and I thought maybe we would have had Julio there as well, even. Nothing for O-line. Vita Vea at 7. Linebackers at 5 and 6, and 9, actually. DBs at 7, and I didn't look at kicker, but who honestly cares? Speaking of things that people don't really care about either, let's just randomly sim the Super Bowl just to see who wins. It is going to be between the Colts and the Cowboys. No way the Colts win this, right? And the Cowboys win. Okay, I suppose. We are now, of course, on the all X-Factor team. Even a 68 overall X-Factor lineman who's a rookie having a craze. Please, for the love of God, do not, of course, he's not going to have ability upgrades or slots, but for the love of God, do not let any of the rookies for Tampa be good. Please. Hey, Darden, you're normal. Get to the X-Factor zone quickly. Looking at some of the combinations, I haven't actually tested the abilities too much this year, but I imagine most of them are kind of, in general, still really good, like pro reads. Okay, that's actually pretty trash. What is Gambit, anyways? Best quarterbacks learn to take a calculated risk when they enter the zone. They can't be interceptions. Ooh, throw speed as well. Gambit, if you say so. They don't want the word gambler in there because it's we know what our game is. It's a bunch of gambling on Ultimate Team. Inside Deadeye is great. Lofting Deadeye is pretty good in game, but I don't know if for the AI will matter too much. Protected, Set Feet Lead, and Gunslinger are all very good. You look at Leonard Fournette, I believe I gave him Arm Bar and what was it, Bulldozer? Freight Train, Arm Bar, Bulldozer. Just some of the best abilities in the game. Wirfs, with his ratings on top of it, would be impenetrable all day with Edge Protector. I don't even know how you actually get past him. You probably don't, to be fair. Defenders, we got guys like Shaquille Barrett with, Edge Thread and Unstoppable Force, Swim Club, some really good combinations. The corners all have, crazy abilities like mid zone and short zone KO, I'm pretty sure. Mid and then inside shade. Some really OP abilities that if you actually had to play against would be a disaster The special teamers, we ended up giving focus kicker, which is just so busted no matter what. I don't even know if they have any kickers in the game with focus kicker, because that's just so broken. Literally slows down the kick bar. Outside of like being iced, it's like such an advantage. But also, why does it say our overall is better? Like, was the other one not like interesting? Why is this team better? Did I accidentally like start? I mean, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't, because obviously all the players are the same exact overall, and we'll be able to kind of compare, who plays better, exact same scheme. Even though they didn't make the playoffs in the other sim, I have to imagine there's going to be literally no sufficient evidence with Tom Brady putting up like 5,500 yards, 48 touchdowns as a normal dev, whereas an X Factor, like what can he do? Put up like 7,000 yards? There's not really much he can do to prove us right or wrong. Well, I guess right, because we're saying that it's probably not going to do anything, but still curious, because there's a lot of applications that it matters in. Whenever I'm doing a rebuild, in fairness, they did win 5 more games, but whenever I'm doing a rebuild, I never change the sliders. The abilities. I never change their abilities, but, if it actually plays a factor, obviously I would. I never change them so I could get, like, strip specialists and some other crap on my players that just don't mean anything, while the rest of the league's got great abilities and it's helping them, but as you can see here, it is pretty much proven that it doesn't help. Kyle Rudolph maybe had a better season, but everyone else was worse, simply put. I don't think we actually looked at the defense on the other side, but actually, no, maybe we did, and I just completely forgot about it because I was just focused on how good the offense played, which is kind of the same here. This team actually, even though they won more games, did have worse individual seasons, without a doubt. There's no question about it. They were physically worse. There's nothing really else to say about that. Rachaad White, Rookie of the Year. Why do I care about Rookie of the Year? Quarterback was, Brady at number 2 last time. 7 on this one. It's just... It's like not even that it doesn't play a factor. It just doesn't play any sort of factor. Like, I almost just died there. I think EA's... They're like, he's onto us, and I got a blow dart into my neck. But, I don't think it plays any factor, which is really stupid, because maybe not a big one, but it'd be nice to see it actually matter a little bit, because otherwise it's really just X Factors and Superstars are just there in sim franchise, which a lot of people do. A lot of people do sim franchises and rebuild the teams in that way. That's kind of why the rebuild market exists. And the fact that it literally does nothing but prevent regression and upgrade the players faster, it's kind of annoying, right? Because in-game Superstar abilities and X-Factor abilities are amazing, but out of the game, in Sim, they clearly do nothing, which needs to be changed. I don't know why I'm simming more as the Packers win over the Bills, and that is going to be it. I will probably never do this experiment going forward ever again, because they clearly don't care. They clearly don't care. The traits I may do, as I usually test them in-game as well, so it would be nice to know if, feet catch and bounds, Feet catch and bounds. Feet and bounds while catching trait, the drops open pass trait. See how much that kind of stuff matters, because usually the drops open pass trait doesn't play much of a factor, but, if they ever tweaked it one of these years, it would be a huge thing. I wouldn't want to be developing a guy that has drops open pass trait, which... It's kind of relevant for our Vikings franchise that's coming up soon-ish, I hope. As, there's a couple in there. So maybe we'll do that experiment at some point. Maybe this video didn't even get posted. I'm not even 100% sure. But if you have any experiments you guys want to know the answer to, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, I really need to do that Does Size Matter experiment, because all the ladies that I know, they say they doesn't, but I know they're lying. And I want to see if it plays a factor. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!